Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about homecoming activities, and my guest today is a man that's going to be a little bit busy during homecoming week, Vice President of Campus Activities, Douglas Dick. Douglas, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me, Aaron.
And when you took this job, one of the big things you knew that was going to be on your plate was homecoming week and homecoming activities. Probably one of the biggest events for SGA in the fall, but this year's not going to disappoint. You've got a busy schedule coming up here, right?
Definitely will not disappoint. So we're excited. It's definitely been a very busy season, but a very fun season.
Well, and let's talk about that because there's a little bit of activities, and a lot of folks out there, especially maybe alums that come just for the game, may not realize that there's an entire week's worth of stuff for the students to build up. And there may even be some students out there that are unaware of all these activities going on. And obviously it's got to be a good opportunity to get students more involved with campus activities here on campus. So
absolutely. Yeah, and it's definitely our goal for students to see that there are lots of opportunities just to enjoy how special Troy University is for this week. So we definitely have a week packed full.
Packed full. And now let's talk about the theme. Because that's one of the big things, the overriding theme of this year's homecoming, and kind of how that plays into everything this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year our theme is Falling for Troy, and we kind of have a punchline that is celebrating where we've been, where we are, and where we are going. And so my biggest goal with this theme is just that students would see through a special week of activities how special it is to be a Trojan, and celebrate those who have gone before us to help make Troy University as great as it is, also enjoying everything that we get to experience as Trojans, and then looking forward as to what's ahead for future generations.
Well, let's talk a little about the schedule, because it is an action-packed week, and things kind of really get started on Monday. So kind of give us a little rundown of how things go from Monday on. So
Monday we're kicking things off at 5 p.m. on Bibb Graves Quad. So UAC has sponsored our event. We're going to have lots of free food for students. And then we're going to lead into Who's Got Sound, where organizations will show off their talent and sing for us and do some really awesome performances. And then later that night at 9 p.m., we're going to have street painting, which is always a crowd favorite, over by University Avenue outside of
and of course, anybody that walks through campus, some of that street painting is still left over from last year. So it's obviously it's something that kind of sticks around, but it shows that Trojan spirit in a good way of welcoming people into campus.
Right?
There, so.
Yeah, we're working hard to get that power wash this week in preparation for the week. So.
And let's move on to Tuesday. What do we got on Tuesday?
So on Tuesday, we have a really fun event outside of TC, so what we call TC Social Quad, and we're having a pie palooza. So we're just going to pass out slices of pie. We're actually going to have students pie the homecoming queen and junior court candidates, and we're also going to have a pie eating contest. So we're taking donations that will go to Head Start, which is actually our philanthropy for the week. So, and all of that money will go to starving kids in Pike County, making sure that they have meals and making sure that Head Start, which is a great, school program, make sure that they can really keep things going really well so that they can continue to serve students in Pike County.
And more than just fun, some philanthropy involved in there as well. So,
absolutely.
All right, let's transition to Wednesday. Let's go on. It's just a busy week. So.
I know, and just some major highlights. So on Wednesday, we will have our Fall Fest community service event. So this is a time for organizations and students alike to support Troy University faculty and staff's kids as they come, and we'll pass out candy, and there will also be a lot of fun games for the kids to play. Sonic is actually sponsoring this event too, so kids can get a corn dog. Mom and dad will be happy, hopefully. So that's one fun thing that we're doing on Wednesday.
And for a lot of folks, that's what we refer to as Haunted Hill.
Exactly.
This year you're changing it up a little bit to fit into the homecoming activity.
We're amping it up, revving it up a little bit. So our goal as a committee is just really to elevate. So that's one way that we're trying to elevate.
Let's move on to Thursday.
Yeah, so Thursday, we're really excited about this event. We have Troy's 130th birthday party celebration. It's going to be in Trojan Dining, and so we're going to have lots of cake. We have a special menu. We're going to have music, and then Chancellor Hawkins is going to make a guest appearance at 12:45 to encourage students and share a very special message about the week. So we're very excited about that. So,
and then we're going to go on to Friday, the last day before homecoming there. So
yeah, absolutely. So Friday will be action-packed. We have an event called Starving and Carving. So we're actually going to pass out Chick-fil-A for the first 300 students that come from 1 to 3. And again, this is at the TC Social Quad. And then students can also carve pumpkins And then later that day, we'll have a pep rally in the amphitheater, which is the first ever pep rally to be in Janice Hawkins Cultural Park.
That's going to be awesome.
So we're so excited. And then finally, we'll cap everything off from the activities perspective with dance nights at 7 p.m. in Trojan Arena.
All right.
And then, of course, Saturday,
the homecoming parade,
Yeah.
and then I think there's a football game there
Something
involved
like
there
it,
too. So
right?
stick that there towards the end of it there. But obviously, fun-filled week of activities, and obviously, if anyone needs information or needs to schedule again, social media,
Absolutely.
y'all got all that posted on Troy SGA on Twitter,
Yes.
and then the Facebook page as well there, right?
Yes,
So,
and one of our main, mediums of communication is Instagram.
Okay.
So that handle is Troy17. Troy Homecoming 17.
Troy
Excuse
Homecoming
me.
17?
Troy Homecoming 17 for Instagram. That's where a lot of information will come. Also, my committee will be passing out flyers the rest of this week. And we actually have created a student pamphlet. So every student that lives on campus should receive a university pamphlet that gives more detailed information about the week and how students can get involved that may not be a part of just an organization. If an independent student that hasn't had the chance to get involved yet, we've worked very hard to make sure they know what they should participate in and how they can get the most out of the week.
All right. Well, it sounds like you got a fun-filled week and a busy week. Good luck with the week, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.